Saving money can feel impossible when you're on a tight budget, but it doesn't have to be. With a few smart strategies, you can take control of your finances and make every dollar count. In this video, we'll cover the top 5 ways to save money on a tight budget. These aren't gimmicks, they're practical tips that actually work. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Track your expenses. One of the biggest mistakes people make when managing their money is not knowing where it's going. You might think you have a rough idea, but until you track it, you'll never have the full picture. Tracking your expenses means writing down every single purchase you make. Yes, every single one. This includes your rent, groceries, subscriptions, and even those small, harmless purchases like a $2 coffee or a snack from a vending machine. Start by using a method that works best for you. You can use a classic notebook, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app like Mint, YNAB, or Pocket Guard. For at least 1 week, track every expense as soon as it happens. Be honest with yourself, no rounding down or forgetting a purchase. Once the week is over, look at your spending patterns. Are you surprised by how much you're spending on eating out or small daily purchases? Most people are. But here's the good part. Once you're aware of the problem, you can fix it. Identify the biggest leaks in your budget and think of ways to reduce or eliminate them. Maybe you'll realize that your daily coffee could be replaced with a homemade one, or that you're paying for services you rarely use. This first step alone can be a game changer. Tip number 2. Cut unnecessary subscriptions. Subscriptions are sneaky. You sign up for a 7-day free trial and forget to cancel it. You get an offer for 3 months at half price, and by the time the price goes up, you don't even notice. These small fees, usually between $5 and $20 a month, might not seem like much, but when you add them up, they can be draining your wallet. Take an hour to review your bank or credit card statements for the past 2 to 3 months. Write down every subscription you see: streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, or Spotify, cloud storage like Google Drive or eCloud, app memberships, magazine subscriptions, meal kit deliveries, gym memberships, everything. Now, go through the list and ask yourself, do I actually use this? Be honest. If you've only watched one show on that streaming service in the last 2 months, cancel it. If you have multiple platforms, consider sticking to one at a time. Watch everything you want on Netflix for a month, then cancel and switch to another service. If you can't cancel a subscription, see if you can downgrade it. Many apps offer basic plans that still give you access to essential features but at a lower price. For example, you might not need the highest tier Spotify plan if a cheaper option lets you listen to music with minimal interruptions. Small changes like these can save you $20, $50, or even $100 a month. Tip number 3. Plan your meals and avoid impulse buys. Food is one of the biggest expenses for most people, and it's easy to overspend if you're not careful. Eating out, ordering takeout, or making multiple trips to the grocery store all add up. The solution? Plan your meals. Here's how it works. At the start of each week, sit down and decide what meals you'll prepare for the next 7 days. List out the ingredients you'll need and write them down. When you go to the grocery store, stick to this list and only buy what's on it. If it's not on the list, it doesn't go in the cart. Another great strategy is to try batch cooking. This means cooking large quantities of food at once and storing it in portions for later. For example, cook a big pot of chili, stew, or pasta that you can freeze or refrigerate for the week. It saves time, money, and effort. When you have meals ready to go, you're far less likely to order takeout. Finally, avoid grocery shopping when you're hungry. It sounds simple, but hunger can make you buy things you don't need. Stick to your list, and you'll be amazed at how much you save. Tip number 4. Embrace the power of no-spend days. Spending money every day is a habit most people don't even think about. But here's a challenge for you. Pick 1 or 2 days each week where you spend absolutely nothing. No takeout, no snacks, no online shopping, nothing. These are called no-spend days, and they're a great way to develop financial discipline. On these days, you can focus on free activities. Go for a walk, have a movie night with shows you already have access to, or work on a personal project. If you have to go out, bring your own snacks or drinks instead of buying them. The goal is to break the cycle of spending for convenience and realize how much you can do without it. No-spend days might feel a little restrictive at first, but once you see how much money you save, you'll start to look forward to them. Imagine saving $10, $20, or $30 every week just by doing this. That's up to $120 a month you can keep in your pocket. Tip number 5. Buy used or borrow instead of buying new. Before you buy something brand new, ask yourself, can I get this used or borrow it instead? You'd be surprised at how often the answer is yes. Items like furniture, electronics, tools, and even clothes can often be found second-hand for a fraction of the price. Check thrift stores, garage sales, or online marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or Craigslist. People sell everything from barely used appliances to brand new furniture, often because they're moving or upgrading. Buying used can save you 50% or more compared to buying new. For things you'll only use once or twice, consider borrowing instead. This works especially well for tools, kitchen gadgets, or sports equipment. If you're doing a home improvement project, ask a friend or neighbor if they have the tool you need. Why spend $50 on a tool you'll use for an hour when you can borrow it for free? Libraries are also a goldmine for saving money. Most libraries let you borrow books, ebooks, audiobooks, and even DVDs for free. Instead of buying a $20 book, borrow it for free and use that money elsewhere. Conclusion: living on a tight budget can be stressful, but with the right approach, it's possible to stretch your money further. To recap: 1. Track your expenses to identify where your money is going. 2. Cut unnecessary subscriptions to stop wasting money on services you don't use. 3. Plan your meals to avoid overspending on food and reduce takeout orders. 4. Schedule no-spend days to break the daily spending habit. 5. Buy used or borrow items instead of buying them new. These tips aren't just about saving a few dollars here and there, they're about building better money habits for life. Start with just one of these strategies and see how it impacts your finances. Before you know it, you'll be saving more than you ever thought possible. If you enjoy the video, please hit thumbs up and subscribe for more daily videos.